Yeah, this is before I became a big fan.
I find that surprising.
I actually, some of my friends is gonna watch this, know that I actually said Carmelo would be better than LeBron. Yes, I made that. That was back in 03. Yeah, I actually said I was a big fan of Carmelo.
He's a more pure scorer.
Well, yeah. I mean, he changed a whole team. He made the tournament that much great. He made a team.
That was a really fun year.
Yeah, that was probably one of the best tournaments I've seen. One guy changed like the way it didn't matter if you was a zone team, man. You had to match his defense up just to stop Carmelo. I just enjoyed that whole year, and that's when I was like, okay, give it the 1 year. That's fine. That's fine as opposed to coming straight out of high school. Because in my mind I'm like, why does Carmelo have to stay? He's won a championship in 1 year. Was the main player, MOP that year. Leave. Go get your money now. You got a championship. Boeheim, great coach. Didn't have a championship until Carmelo Anthony stepped up on his campus. So, I mean, we'll just see. You'll see how it all goes. Like I said, the lockout.
It's just, it's really bad.
Yeah, it's
like, I just think both sides have royally screwed it up. Players should have taken some kind of deal. Like, they have the weaker bargaining side, right? So they needed to, at least in their mind, be like, you know what, maybe we have the weaker argument, but let's take the best deal we can get, right? Instead of just being like, F you, we're not taking any deal.
Well,
or we want this. This is our minimum. We're not going any lower than this.
The owners have, like, these loopholes. Like, people say they're losing money, but they're not really. They get these certain tax breaks.
Certain teams are, though.
Certain teams. I mean, I like the amnesty clause, which would get rid of those stupid contracts. I'm a big fan of that. But come on now, man. I mean, you got guys like your boy Jordan, who's lobbying for 47.
My boy Jordan was the player, not the owner.
Look.
He's being kind of bogus right now.
He forgot that he was a player. I mean, what happened? I mean,
Charlotte doesn't need to have a basketball team, a professional basketball team.
Yeah, he should just sell it.
That's a college basketball state. They just need to get out of there.
Yeah,
it's not built for that.
He's asking for players to get 47%.
Right.
I mean, he's really pushing that hard. I mean, I know it's plenty of you local sports fans. I love Jordan. And I really respect Jordan, greatest of all time. I said that, but I'm just saying, as an owner, he's not a big, you're not going to be friendly to him if you really want this thing to go, because he's pushing on the hard way.
He's kind of pissing me off right now.
Yeah, Jordan's not a big fan of people right now. But lockout, we could talk all day for this. I don't think we're going to solve anything. Like I said, millionaires versus billionaires. I'm going to side with the players. It just makes more sense.
I'm not siding with anyone. They both suck. They both suck. Get it together. Like, this is just... I'm really salty about missing a full year of Derrick Rose. He's like a once-in-a-lifetime player, and I gotta miss a full year.
Was he like 22? Like, he'll be fine.
Yeah, no, but that's a full year that we're not gonna get back.
He'll be fine.
Yeah.
He's fine. They miss.
I'm not saying he's gonna be bad when he comes back.
It extends his career. Just don't go play in these stupid overseas tournaments for
Durant's gonna go play in Germany or something.
1,000. Oh, he's leaving?
I heard he was in negotiations to play in Germany.
Yeah, I would take off too. Yeah.
That's another player. It's a year we're not getting back. Watching Kevin Durant.
Yeah, I do.
This is ridiculous.
I called Durant.
This isn't fair.
I told people to pick Durant over Odin.
You mean Odin? I have glass for a body.
Yeah. I said, look, take Durant number one. I watched Durant that 1 year in Texas. Totally impressed.
He's so good.
So the thing about
he's so good then.
Well, he kind of like what the difference between him and Carmelo was. Carmelo did have a couple upper class. Durant just pretty much had the team. Yeah, the team. Well, he had some good players with him, but they were all freshmen like him. They were all blue chip or you got a white chip? I don't know. Blue chip players. They were all 5-star athletes. They weren't all as good as Durant, but I'm just saying they were all top. And then the top 15. Durant was number 1, I think, coming out of high school. So they were all top players. So.
But still young.
Yeah.
Still learning.
Yeah, right. As opposed to Carmelo had a few other players that was on the team that were a little bit of upper class. Some of the main players were, freshmen with him and stuff. But like I said, Durant, it sucks not to see him. He's a real, real good player. Works hard. Doesn't really care about the money at this point. He's gonna get paid. He knows it.
See, are you gonna miss this stuff, Mr. College Basketball?
I mean, when it comes back, I'm gonna watch it. But
There's
until
no
then,
Kevin Durant in college basketball.
I mean, sometimes I get overloaded with sports, so so I mean,
It's so terrible.
It just gives me one thing that I have to worry about for now. Because I mean, you can't show up. What do they call it? Water cooler talk. You can't show up with your friends and like, did you see that game? And you're like, dang, I didn't see that one. I was watching this one. I was watching this one. So kind of helps me.
That's what Sports Center's for.
Yeah,
Get highlights.
I kind of fall off Sports Center because I like more listening to the radio now. And I don't have time to be, with the Sports Center all the time. But I don't know. Like I said, lockout talk, we could be all day on this subject. Pretty long and it's meaningless conversation right now. All right, next I got Bob Costas interview with Sandusky. I keep saying that guy's name wrong. I don't think it matters.
It doesn't matter.
Most of us hate him anyway. Yeah, I listened to that. I didn't listen to a full interview. I heard some bits on it for Mike and Mike and stuff. And I was very disturbed. Were you disturbed?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was disturbed for many reasons, but the whole thing, I don't know why he did it. I don't know why he felt the need to come out and say it. 'Cause he didn't really, like, I think it would have made more sense to me if he would have been like, no, I didn't do this. I'm completely innocent. I'm not sexually attracted to young boys.
Yeah.
I didn't shower with them. Anything. But he was like, well, yeah.
I mean, this is no laughing matter, but in the same token, the guy basically
ridiculous.
Did not help himself out. I mean, he made himself. I feel like the guy doesn't mentally have it all. I mean, he totally admits to showering with kids. He totally admits to what grown man showers with kids and just said, "Oh yeah, we might have horseplayed a little bit." That there just doesn't sound right. Horseplaying with little kids, that's just
in the shower.
In the shower. He admits to that. And then something else, when explaining the situation where McCourty saw him, was just, he was just kind of, he came up with I forgot what he said. It's disturbing. I don't really want to repeat it, but it's just a whole disturbing situation. I just don't understand. Yeah, that guy, he's definitely guilty. Mentally, I don't think he has it all. I don't know if he acted around that in front of with other people, when the kids met the coach or whatever. But if I met him in person if my kid was ever to go, he was the coach or something, I wouldn't like the guy. He just didn't sound right. He didn't sound mentally there.
He's just like creepy.
Yeah, very creepy.
Just a creep. But
very creepy.
I don't know. When I heard the interview, I was like, what is he doing? Like, why even come on TV and do that? It just makes him look worse. And no, we don't want to hear that. Like, I don't want to hear that stuff.
No.
It's
and
disgusting.
they were real graphic about it too. It was just, they were like, because the grand jury report is very graphic, right?
Yeah.
You read it.
Yeah.
And I'm yet to read. For me, I just can't read it right now.
Just don't read it.
It would just make me want to hurt somebody because I just can't take that right now. Moving on from that situation, we're not, we're about ready to stop talking about that situation right now because it's just a downer right now. Next, everyone's favorite, Tebow.
By everyone, do you mean you?
No.
You mean you?
I know. I find it funny.
You Tebow this morning. Tell him. You Tebow. He was Tebowing this morning.
Okay, so I'm her trainer, and she walked up in the gym, and I was Tebow. It was because it was funny.
Look, it was funny.
Because she really hates Tebow. Like
so do you.
Yes, I do. But it's funny to me though. Like they say, I'm in the interesting business, and Tebow's interesting. I mean, let's just face it.
He is interesting, but
He's very interesting. Come on. As you were watching that game.
He's so bad for the game of football. I hate it.
Any sports fan, we knew Jets versus Denver was going to be a horrible game. We knew it. But what do? We turned into the game. And so, last drive, right? I'm like, this is going to happen. I'm like, they're up 13. It's like 2 minutes left.
And I'm like, why?
This is going to happen.
Is there an extra defensive back out there? Why?
This is going to happen. In my mind, I'm like, this is going to happen. This guy's going to get more momentum, and it's going to continue to go. It was so funny to me, right? They get first down. I'm like, they didn't get first down in the last 4 drives. Nothing. 3 and out.
That's because the stupid Jets decided they were going to get all cute and put that extra DB out there. They had been in the nickel defense the entire game, and they were stopping him.
As if
he was like, 6 of 15. Tebow hadn't really
As
done
if
anything.
Tebow can pass.
Then they put in the extra D back, right, which is just stupid. And they're like, you know what? Yeah, we'll put the extra defensive back and let him run. No, make him pass. He sucks. He can't throw to an open receiver who's not even at practice.
He completed 2 passes, right? Wasn't it like 2 passes on that last drive or something like that?
He's just like, why even give him the opportunity?
It made no sense to me. I couldn't. For one, I had Jets defense from my fantasy league, so. But I was so like, it was so surreal to me. Like I was dying laughing because I was like, this is gonna happen. He's driving the ball, the first down. I'm like, wow, I just watched the last 4 possessions and they do 3 and outs. Not even close. He's running the ball. First down. When they get down there about the 20, they're already in field goal. It was like the 30. They're already in field goal position. So I'm like, okay, this is gonna happen. They're gonna tie this up or something. And then when he pulls it back, and I knew it was a design run, I said, he's going to score. He's going to score, and they're going to be Tebowing, and all the Tebow lovers are just going to go, wow.
It's just like watching someone with a disability. It really is at this point. Like, he's awful, but somehow he overcomes his disability and wins, and then everyone loves him.
What do they call it? Divine intervention. That's what it is, because he's not a typical NFL player. And I'm not trying to stereotype, but most of the guys are party animals, drinkers, womanizers, things like that. Tebow, I don't know. Is he a virgin? I don't know what the issue is with that or something like that.
I don't know.
I heard that's what they said. No, I'm just saying. He
did in an interview once. He was saving himself for marriage.
Exactly. So it's something like that. And, he doesn't party. He reads his body. And there's nothing wrong against that, but he's just not a typical NFL player.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't want nobody to be offended by that. I'm just saying, there's nothing wrong with reading your Bible and doing things like that.
Just different than what he's probably surrounded by.
Yeah, exactly. So I call it divine intervention. He living his life as clean as possible that we know of, and it's just happening. Guys,
what if he's like a total party animal? We just don't know it.
I don't know.
That would be good. I hope that story breaks.
No,
I'll take.
I hope the guy continues to have the life that he's having. But let's face it, he's 4-1. 4-1 since he started.
Why? Why?
What are teams doing? Are they getting paid off for this guy?
I have no explanation for it, and I hope it stops. I don't.
Actually, as much as I hate the situation,
you love it.
I love it. I'm not a Tebow fan, but I hope it continues because this is the funniest thing.
No, it's not, because it makes no sense, and he's ruining football. He's ruining it. It's terrible.
If you got any team,
he's a quarterback.
If you got
he can't pass. He can't pass the ball. I don't understand.
But he can run.
He's a quarterback.
If you got any team in the AFC West that's not Denver, I feel kind of sorry for you. Because there's a possibility if Tebow.
I felt sorry for him before that.
If Tebow and the Broncos win the
Come
AFC,
on.
yeah.
Come on.
If your team's in the AFC West and Tebow and the Broncos beat you guys, oh my God, you're gonna so have to hear from me.
If that happens, I just don't even know.
It's disgusting. It will be just disgusting.
Well, I'm just saying, don't be surprised if he shows up with a Tebow jersey on.
Never.
Next week.
Never.
I don't know. You see,
my team's 8-1. Only a Niners jersey. Only a Niners.
8-1.
9-0 here. So whatever. Doesn't matter. I don't know. That's about it, right?
Yeah, I think that's it. That's all I got.
Nothing else? No extras, no nothing. All right. So that was our show. Thanks for tuning in. And that was OD and
Erin.
And we'll see you next week.